It's Lay Day afternoon on Wednesday, midway through Hamilton Island Race Week 2022. Beautiful afternoon, perfect day for Lay Day, breeze as well for those that wanted to enjoy it. We're halfway through the week, effectively. 3 days of racing to date, another 3 to go, and a bit of a mixed bag of weather, or of wind at least, in this first half. A couple of days of quite good solid 15 plus knots southeasters, and then the Tuesday, which was a bit of a lighter day, beautiful day, great for a bit of passage racing across through the islands, probably only about 8 to 10 knots, but you know, these boats these days, some of the front end guys are still doing 10 or 15 knots plus even in those conditions. I think the Orma 60 Rex was doing about 20 knots and we were chasing her and in 10 knots of breeze. So there you go, that's what happens with contemporary design and boats of that nature. Won't go through all of the divisions. I will in a moment just give a few of the highlights, but what else has been going on? Well, we did an interview with Nick Bodwin at the North Sails loft, pop-up loft today, and we're asking them how they were going, because usually how hard they work is rather dependent on the weather. They got a bit of a treat really, because they had a light day yesterday just before Lay Day, so they weren't super busy. But Nick was saying that they thought there was going to be plenty of action on Thursday and Friday night. There's going to be plenty of breeze tomorrow, more of that in a moment. The racing's been really close, as you'll see in sort of one or two of the division results when you look through those at any time. So close indeed that I think yesterday Whisper was about 11 seconds difference in that first overall for that division. It's kind of frustrating when it's 11 seconds, because if I recall, those are those 11 seconds you can remember where you could have got those back or where you lost them, but that's why every little manoeuvre matters, even in a long race over several hours. And of course the usual trick, especially if you're in the lower performance handicaps and so on, is whatever you do is don't start too early and do too well. They handicap you as you go along. If you put your nose out in front in the first couple of days, then you're going to be struggling for the regatta. So the general rule is keep yourself low profile for the first few days and then come on strong at the end. It's going to be pretty testing. 3 days of winds well over the sort of 20 plus knots, I think tomorrow 20 to 25, and likewise on Friday. So what are the highlights of some of the divisions? I won't go through all 16 of course, but in Zero division, which of course is the big guys, the big IRC to Supermaxis and various others of the larger 60-foot plus. Lots of attention of course on Andu Comanche and Wild Oats 11, but in practice they're not even figuring in the overalls at all. So in that division, Alive is leading from Whisper with Wild Oats third, and Andu Comanche, in fact, in this particular instance, a little further down. It'll be interesting to see next couple of days when it's breezier how much difference that makes. In IRC1, quite a strong battle going on between the TP52s, so Caro, Matador and Ichiban in that order at the moment. In Division 2, Icon, Bushranger and Maritimo all going strong, and in Division 3, Team Hollywood, the Cadillac and PPI all sort of leading those. There's a whole bunch of action going on in the Super 40s with Lazy Dog leading that, ORC AP with PPI leading, and then interestingly in Division 4, people have been talking about this boat before the regatta, not one you'd think was going to be featuring when you look at it, fairly modest looking adapted Adams 10 called Get It On, but it's already leading Division 4 at the moment. It's got some pretty legendary sailors on board. Small boat, 30 foot long, not much cabin, in a big sea, quite a piece to handle, but obviously very well handicapped. In the pink division, the veteran Zoe, which is back every year, year after year, Gary Miller's Zoe is leading that. Kaime, the Middle Harbour Yacht Club boat from Peter Byford and Rob Aldis is in the green division, and in the non-spinnaker at the top it's Kalani, Thylacine 1 and Crystal. In the trailer yachts, Halcyon's leading that from Rum Runner. Now, I think it's the same boat that used to be Rum Made. Stu Green and his Hamilton Island mates, who always get up and give all of the people who come and arrive here a lesson in how to sail in the Whit Sundays. And in the multi-hulls, a bit of a battle going on between Angus and the Orma 60 Rex, with Angus just leading that one. And in the white division, Crosshair leading, and in the black division, Island Girl with Chris Tulloch's boat. So the big test now is going to be how many people can really see their way around the racecourse minus damage and in good shape for the rest of the week. We'll be looking forward to reporting that to you. Possible chance of being on Comanche tomorrow, so we'll see if we can get you some coverage from there.